Okay, hello, welcome back to another Will Taylor chest video. It has been approximately 2 months since I uploaded on here. I can only apologise, however, I did prophesise that I would not be making that many videos on this channel, at least while I finished off my degree. The good news is that as of the point of recording this, I have 19 more days until I finish my entire degree. I mean, the actual graduation is about 6 weeks after that, but until my final exam ends, I have 19 days. And then, as one does with a first class, I do hope, maths degree, it's time to move on to YouTube full time. I mean, I don't know, I'm beyond excited. I'm also beyond nervous. I'm so ready to give it a go. However, the fact that it is so close to the culmination of this degree means that honestly, I've been neglecting the gym more than I should have. I've still been going, of course, but I've been going purely for the kind of mental health benefits of going to the gym rather than trying to advance my physique or get particularly stronger. I went the other day and I just did squats with just the bar on my back, really trying to work on my squat technique. I get some problems with what is known as butt wink. Not exactly the most delicate term, I guess. Or for instance, I went and hit a chest day. I just did like 5 sets of bench and then a few pec flies, and basically just going in and having a good time for the sake of the sort of mental reset that it gives me, the tranquility of just being in the gym, which I think honestly is far more important right now than trying to be locked into some kind of grueling mesocycle that would be draining my, general systemic energy that I should probably be putting into not only finishing my degree strong, but also as I'm ramping up to try and take the whole chess channel into a full-time job, and also the chess coaching on the side, the Patreon, any bits of sponsorships, trying to cobble together something of a reasonable living wage from the most ridiculous job you could possibly get. As I say, I've been very busy, and the gym has been more of a kind of meditative release for me, more than actually pushing and going hard and challenging myself that much. I'm very excited to get back into the swing of things properly as soon as I finish my degree, pretty much. And this summer, there'll be weekly videos on this channel. That is my sort of minimum goal. Clearly, I'm not making a single penny off this channel at the moment. I don't really think I will necessarily, at least for a long time. It's more of a passion project, honestly, but to the extent that I can actually afford to put hours and hours to do something like a daily video, that might not work. But my intention is that this summer I'm going to make it weekly minimum, maybe a little bonus one occasionally. But that whole process will start in about a month once I've moved into my new place. I mean, this is an exciting time in my life. It's also a very stressful and nerve-wracking time in my life. So I thought what I'd do is I'm about to go to the gym again. Purely, I've been cooped up in my room, working, reading, had a couple of client calls. I've been prepping for this exam. I've been claustrophobic almost, and I felt the burning desire to go to the gym and do something relatively random. I'm sure you can see what it is by the thumbnail and title. I don't yet know, but I thought I'd just put out this video to, give an update to my most core audience, and also just to break up the sort of 2 months. I'll put out a video, maybe you'll have to wait another month, but then hopefully, weekly episodes. I mean, I say hopefully, it will happen. So all that remains to be done is for me to decide what the hell I'm going to go and do. Let me think of it right now. I was doing some squatting yesterday, my legs kind of hurt. That's out the window. Unfortunately, I don't have loads of energy right now. It's like 10:30 and I feel like hitting chest. I don't know, I want to always have a great chest day. It's so fun. I feel like kind of a waste to do a half-assed chest day. So back, I guess, some arms maybe? What do I do for back? I don't know if I've got it in me right now to do bent over barbell rows. Okay, here's an idea. I'm gonna go to the gym. This isn't gonna be a surprise to you because I'll title the video accordingly and there'll probably be a thumbnail letting you know what's going on. I'm gonna go and do 100 pull-ups and just leave. That's gonna be the workout. By the way, you can see how long I haven't uploaded on here. The mullet is getting significantly longer, but I've decided on a mission. I'm gonna go and do 100 pull-ups. Now, probably if I was looking for ideal lat hypertrophy, I would do it with grips, just to make sure that my grip isn't the limiting factor in the pull-ups I'm doing. But also, I kind of just want to get really good at pull-ups. I just think they're really cool. So I think I'm just going to go raw, no grips, but also no weighted pull-ups. I'm just going to do 100 pull-ups. I don't know, sets, whatever, I'll work it out. I should hopefully get a nasty forearm pump by the end of this. We've got the oversized sleeper build t-shirt on. All of a sudden though. But first, as is generally appropriate at 10:30 at night, I'm going to ingest some sugar. Sugar in the form of, this is an insane angle. Sugar in the form of what, I hear you say? Well, I mean, a little caramel wafer, I think. I think also I'm going to prepare a little red Gatorade because, first of all, they taste nice as hell. I am sponsored by Gatorade, by the way. I know I have less than 400 subscribers, but Gatorade did reach out. It's me and the NFL. But I do feel as though the electrolytes are probably going to keep me from cramping too brutally, you'd hope. I don't know how quick. Maybe someone who actually knows anything about exercise science could let me know in the comments. But how quick, when you ingest electrolytes, do they, filter throughout the body? Like, how quickly is metabolized the right word? Hopefully. It's going to become very clear as I do this channel more and more that I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm also currently thinking, as you can see from my thinking pose of course, that it could be cool to do 100 pull-ups as quick as possible. Nah, actually, I want to rest between sets and do grade form. Let's make this Gatorade and get going. I'm just procrastinating. Alright, who's ready for some insane cinematography? That probably looked sick as hell. But now, of course, it is time to get a nice healthy scooping, a little more than 2/3, a little less than 3/4, as you can see, I mean perfectly measured. And then Oh yeah, baby. And what you should see is this worrying red hue, which is reminiscent of literally nothing else that you should drink. Got the Gatorade, shaken, not stirred. We've got the caramel wafer for you Yanks and the caramel wafer for those of you who can speak proper English. I mean, what better nutrition could you possibly have for an 100 pull-up evening? I'm just gonna quickly weigh myself to see if I think it's remotely useful to take off my shoes when I do these pull-ups, just to see if it makes anything really. 77.6 with clothes on. What the hell? Someone told this guy to eat some food. Okay, now I'm just gonna hold these kicks and see. I mean, you know what? 800 grams? I feel like over the course of 100 pull-ups, 800 grams. What is that? 80 kg? That's basically a whole extra rep. What the hell? I will not be removing my shoes to do pull-ups. I am to some extent a man. I've just always wondered how much my shoes weighed. Anyway, equipped with nothing but a caramel wafer and approximately half a litre of red Gatorade, I'm now ready, of course, to head off to the gym. Okay, I'm outside, Gatorade and tripod in hand like an absolute gymfluencer. Let's flip and go, baby. Actually, legitimately very excited for this. I think I'm just gonna try and do 100 perfect pull-ups. I don't know how long it's gonna take me. Frankly, I don't care. I mean, I don't know. Clearly, I'm not doing them all in one go. So how do I split them up into sets? I mean, doing 10 first? I don't know if I can do 10 by 10. Maybe with sufficient breaks, but I'd imagine I'd have to resort to sets of like 5. I do want these to be relatively perfect pull-ups, so I guess we'll see. The upsetting thing about the number 100, of course, is that in terms of prime factors, we're talking 2 squared, 5 squared, you know what I'm saying? There's not that many ways to cleanly break up 100. I mean, 425, 250, 25. The 10 by 10, it would have to be the 10 by 10 if I wanted to do it uniformly. So I'm thinking maybe I give up on that dream, however much it pains me, and do, let's say 8 at a time until I reach 96 and then just do a nice 4 to finish off. I guess we'll see. However, I think this is probably a fantastic way to get better at pull-ups. I think it's also got to do wonders for my back. I would like to stress though, for the sake of any of you chess players who have come over to this channel and you're trying to learn maybe a little bit about the gym, this is probably not the optimal way to hit your back in the gym. Like, you know, you should probably do a row. You should probably, well, you know, do something other than 100 pull-ups. However, if you want to get better at pull-ups, it's probably not much better you can do than doing a lot of pull-ups. And I happen to think pull-ups are really cool, and that just so happens to coincide with excellent back strength and also size. And again, this is mainly for my mental health, so that I do not feel so claustrophobic and cooped in revising for exams. I'll see you in there for a transition that I'm definitely going to forget to do. Okay, so first 8 felt pretty good. I am starting to think it could have been a mistake to try and do this gripless. I think my forearms are going to be completely messed up by the end of this. I think I could get maybe 12 or 13, but I'm just going to keep going with sets of 8 until I can't. I'll rest a couple minutes in between each though, of course. Okay, I don't know about 8s. 8s might be ambitious. That already feels maybe 2 reps from failure. I think this may devolve into 5s. I did probably rush that second set. I'd only done like, I don't know, a minute and a half of rest. But 16 down and only 84 to go. Oh my God. Okay, third set done. Not bringing grips was a manifestation of pure hubris. My forearms are already on fire. I am 24 reps in. I think 8s might actually be too taxing. I'm already a little tired. Maybe I'm rushing these, but I'm thinking if I wait like 5 minutes between sets and I end up doing 12 sets, that is an hour of sitting around. I didn't bring my headphones because I thought you can just sit there and think meditatively between sets. Great choice. Okay, I've decided for the 4th set, I'm just gonna see where my grip starts to fail, call it there. Instead of clinging on for dear life like this, like some kind of rock climber, I think I really do need to preserve my forearms here. I've got 76 left, which divides terribly, as it is 19 times 2 times 2. That sucks. I might do 6 here, and then just do 5s all the way to 100. That might be the aim. We'll see. Okay, 30 done, 70 to go. I think I'm gonna call it 5 from here on out, should my forearms and lats allow. I might time lapse a bit of the footage or maybe chain it back to back to back, I don't really know. I won't do some kind of monologue for 14 different sets of 5. Okay, 50 done, halfway point. There is no way I do sets of 5 for 10 more. I mean, maybe, but I might have to seriously increase the rest. I've been resting for 2-3 minutes between each one, but now it's not just the forearm pump that I'm feeling that's potentially going to restrict me. It is also my back, because I've done 50 pull-ups. However, I will get 100 if I have to do them one by one and have to wait 5 minutes between each one. So, 50 left. I'm going to stick with attempting 5 for now. Might drop it, well, I'm just going to see. But there's no need to wait until I actually fail to get 5, because that's a whole lot of energy expended. But halfway, it'd be nice if I'd said 50 pull-ups in this video, but just don't quite have the same ring as 100. Okay, 60 done. Gatorade's finished. Most unfortunately, my hands are completely, you see them calluses there? I have little baby hands. The hands are just getting beaten up right now. But 60 in, I'm hoping that caramel wafer gives me a second win, because I'm getting kind of toasted right now. Okay, so we've reached the point where I'm invoking the minimal necessary heights to be strict form. Just dead hang to chin over the bar, minimal swing, and that's now, I mean, 70 in though. Okay, that was the first set of 4. I think I could have got 5, but my hands were screaming, my forearms were screaming, my back was also somehow screaming. Not sure how it's fatiguing at the same rate as my forearms, but maybe I need to train back more. So 26 left. Again, horribly divisible. 13. Ugh. I think I might just ride out with 4s. We'll see. I'm just gonna let the number of reps be a function of how long I happen to have rested, because I'm not timing the rest. So we're gonna see this out with sets of 3 to 5. I mean, this is painful stuff indeed. My hand, oh my god. Okay, I think 4s are going to be alright for the next couple sets at least. I don't know to what extent I can meaningfully call them sets. Also, I'm sorry the footage was obscured there. I think there was a rep you might not have seen, but trust me, I did it. But a mere 22 left. Still another 4. Greetings, it's Will from the future, currently editing this video. For the last rep of this set, a guy did walk directly in front of the camera. Of course, through no fault of his own, I'm the one recording myself doing pull-ups in a public gym, but then stood in front of the camera in such a way that his ass was completely filling the screen. I'm not sure he'd have consented to have that on my channel, so I've just cut it out here. I assure you I did do the 4 reps. Enjoy the rest of the video. Unfortunately, VAR shows that on that last rep, I don't believe my chin went over the bar. Now, the angle is low, so some of these reps could have looked shallow, but I am getting it, like, I know I'm getting it over the bar. But I was unsure on that last one, and I checked, and I'm just not convinced about it. So, we're counting that as a 3. 85 done, 15 to go. I think it's going to be 5 sets of 3. I mean, we might get into 2s and 1s at the end. My back is completely messed up. I can't grip the bar. This is terrible. Also, I should mention I've switched pull-up bars because 5 guys, not the restaurant of course, but 5 people turned up to use the one squat rack that I was doing pull-ups in. But you know, of course, I'm doing pull-ups in a squat rack. Squatting takes priority. However, 5 to 1 squat rack is rather insane in my opinion, but fair play. Nine left. I'm in the single digits. My hands are completely messed up. But 9 left, 3 sets of 3. I think that's doable. Let's get them done. I think hitting single digits, you know, the allure of the finish line was just too tempting. I absolutely rushed into that and then, you know, got 2 reps. I mean, I said I'd do it if I had to do it 1 rep at a flipping time. It might come down to that, but we've got 7 left. Oh my God, 7 left. What is normally a trivial set feels like an absolute mountain right now. I mean, it looks like it's 2 at a time. I've got 5 left. I waited a decent amount on that one. I'm thinking, much like B Baker Street, it's going to be a 2-2-1 to finish off. God damn it. Okay, flipping hell, on the way back. It is eerily quiet, but it is a little past midnight. I legitimately think if I had to do 110, it would have taken me another half an hour to get the next 10. That was, I mean, flipping hell. The form I've deteriorated slightly more than I'm strictly speaking happy with, but I'm happy in the knowledge that all 100 of those were, by any reasonable definition, pull-ups. Flipping hell, let's get back. And we're back. I don't know if I'm pumped up. I think the biceps are. The thing is, the bulk of the reps were done like an hour ago, so I don't know if the pumps like faded. There must be some kind of way out of here. Alright, switched up the angle. How about a little? Said the Joker to the thief. There's too much confusion. I don't know why I'm flexing the front. I mean, I guess the biceps were involved there. The forearms also involved. I don't know if the forearms are looking. Oh. Nobody offered his word. Hey. Oh, flipping hell. Right, enough of that. Let's get in the shower. Actually, just before I get in the shower, we're going to put something on for a little post-gym meal. What have we got here? We've got beef, noodles, I think those are sausages, 2 salmon fish cakes, some burgers, some chicken breasts, some other breaded chicken, some potato slices. I mean, we kind of just got a bunch of meat and a couple carb options. We got some mixed leaves, some peppers. I mean, this is a fridge and a half. Now, because I'm very tired, I think I'm going to crush these 2 salmon fish cakes. So I'm going to slap these bad boys in the air fryer while I have a little shower because I am sweating like hell. And then I think I'm going to make a controversial decision and put fish cakes in burger buns. I don't know, hear me out, as I say often on my chess channel when I'm about to make a dubious move. Hear me out. I only ask that you withhold judgment until you've seen the end result. Alright, we're showered. I've got possibly the greatest t-shirt of all time on here. Got an absolutely filthy forearm pump. And I'm just going to bring you over this way, where here you can see the 2 fish cakes that are 2 minutes away from being done air frying. So why ever then might the air fryer not be on? Well, it is of course so. We can get some Käse, some cheese, some fromage. Close the fridge properly, of course. We can get some upsettingly budget burger buns. I mean, these are, I really should have invested slightly more. Whack it on the lovely chess-inspired chopping board. Thank you once again, EB Woodwork. Sprinkle, of course, a small amount of cheese, perhaps a large amount of cheese, on the base of each of these buns, of course. And then we may transport each of these into the double barrel, the second of the double barrel, or rather double barrels, in to the air fryer. Whack it back on, match that, turn it, start it, time, get that down to 2 more minutes, and these are going to be looking beautiful. Now, while for you that was a jump cut, for me I just had to spend a torturous 2 minutes salivating like one of Pavlov's very own dogs at the prospect of what I'm about to consume. I mean, in that time we got the mayonnaise, we got the mixed leaf salad, and we may take out our lightly toasted, cheese melted bases of the buns. I'm only now realizing that I did not toast the top of the buns. That might make for an interesting eating experience. I could easily remedy this with another 2 minutes of waiting, but Christ, I would rather die. And now what we may do, of course, is take some foliage, or foliage, depending on if you pronounce it like a pretentious twat. Nibble around the edges so that it's nice and circular. Do the same for the other one. I mean, hold on, I might as well zoom in here. Do the same for the other one, of course. And then, with our 2 salmon fish cakes, we may, I mean, just slap them on top. And there are only 3 steps that remain. First, applying the mayonnaise. Liberally, of course. Liberal. Sometimes I have sweet chili sauce with this. I mean, it's a bit of a weird combination, but sweet chili sauce does go fantastically. À mon avis, in my opinion, for those of you non-French speakers. Unfortunately, I do not have any such sauce, so we're gonna have to make do with just the mayonnaise. The second step, though, is of course to place each respective top on, oh so gently, each respective burger, and then, third and finally, press. I mean, a lot of pulling in our gym session. Finally, we get to do some pressing, you know what I'm saying? And what we have here is a salmon fish cake between burger buns. I mean, that's a delicacy in many countries. It's a delicacy on the Will Taylor Chess channel. I'm going to enjoy these. I should probably outro this video. I'll keep this outro relatively brief as I've only taken one bite of these burgers and they are calling my name. But thank you so much for watching. As I mentioned at the start, I don't really know how long this video is going to have been. Well, first and foremost, I hope you enjoyed. Smash a like. That would be very helpful. This channel, I'm aiming to grow it. So if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Thank you very much. I clearly haven't done anywhere near the requisite amount of work to actually grow the channel yet. I'm posting once every like 2 months. But as I said at the start, that is going to change this summer. I'm going to hopefully be doing at least a weekly video on here. The chess channel will of course be the main focus, as that is where I can, financially justify putting in time. Also because I might try and become a chess master. We'll see. However, if you enjoy this video, point is there are plenty to come this summer. I'm going to do some cool stuff on this channel. I might dabble in kind of any physical activity, honestly, on this channel. I'm going to use it. Maybe I'll do some basketball related stuff. I play quite a lot. Not that good. I am 5'10", but I might get some MMA going on here. Who knows? But this is going to be my kind of outlet for physical activity, basically. Largely focused, I'd imagine, on the gym, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing with this channel. It's pretty funny just because of the name. And as much as I love chess, it's going to be nice to hopefully have an outlet of content where I'm flexible to be not just playing games of chess. So if that sounds remotely interesting, entertaining, perhaps valuable, insightful, I don't know, I just did 100 pull-ups as a workout. What the hell was that? Then make sure you subscribe, stick around, great things to come, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys this summer for an absolute torrent of content. Hasta la vista, goodbye.